Hi everyone and welcome to Oscar Outdoors. Join me in this one as a hot tent camp with my son. This is the carbon monoxide detector. There's the little lollipops on another night's adventure with his dad. I think he's brought my chair though. That orange would look good on my channel, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
The quilt, I used that for the first time the other week on scout camp. Forgot to mention earlier, we've absolutely been battered by the wind. Hi everyone, welcome back, and as a little intro, tonight I'm at 2 acres with my son Ollie, and I'm also joining Daniel, the English Woodsman, who's already here just now setting up on the left. 2 acres now has a Facebook page, absolutely brilliant little site, so I will leave the first link in the description to go and like the page, have a look, check the prices out, check availability, all of that is available via that link downstairs. But for now I'm going to get set up, so I'll see you in a second. Right, well I've had a bit of fun, but as you can see I've been putting some new additions on. So we've got these sort of lightning caps, some poles, and then some pole bases at the bottom. Hopefully just improving the shape. Now the ground that we're on is a little bit slopey, but as you can see it's out quite taut. That's where the stove's going to go. Now I'll just finish off, bring you back. And then here we are, finally all taut, finished. Bit of a floor tarp down and then a fireproof mat, ready for where the stove's going to go. You can do one off. Right then, so time is crashing on. So we're just going to get this stove lit. Ollie's getting a little bit cold, so get some wood in for him. And then just nice and simple tonight, one of these little wool firelighters. Voila! Now we've got the fire lit, we'll get this turned on. This is the carbon monoxide detector. Nice. Right, well, it's warming up nicely in here now, isn't it, mate?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to stick some oil in the pan for Ollie. And then we'll get that on there. Stick that on there to warm up for him. We're just going to prep some chicken for him as well. With some chicken seasoning. Just that one there. That nice little mix round. Right, and just brought Ollie a tiny bit in. Is that enough for you, mate, or a bit more?
4 more.
4 more.
Uh-huh.
1, 2. That one? 3, 4. That enough? Yeah? Oh, going good already, mate. Look at that. Right, while Ollie's is cooking away, I'm just going to add a little bit more spicy seasoning to mine and just let it sit. I'm not quite ready for mine just yet. So we'll cook Ollie's and then do mine later.
Look at those two, they're not fully cooked.
No, they're not. You just be careful with your fingers just there, buddy. And just adding to this Ollie a bit of pilau rice. Now the chicken's mostly done. Is that enough? Is that enough?
A bit more.
A bit more. Bless you.
That's good.
Wait a minute. Need a bit more than that. Now I'll do you half a packet. Yeah?
Okay.
There's the little Ollie Pops on another night's adventure with his dad. Right, so Ollie's tea is almost done. And as you could probably tell earlier on, it did take me a while to set this tent up, so I've got a lot of new accessories for it. So I got some pole holders, got some sort of lightning protectors on top of the poles, some new sort of straight pegs, and it just took me that little bit longer to set it up. It's the first time setting it up like that. Normally I would just guy it out and get it done, but I wanted to try a new way and just get it looking a little bit better, and it does look a lot better in here. It's a lot neater, the lines are a lot straighter. I'm a lot happier. So the stove's going, just keep feeding little bits of wood into it, as we are doing now. Keeping it nice and warm in here for my little buddy. Right, I'll see you in a minute. Here he is, look, the man, the myth, the legend. I think he's brought my chair though. That orange would look good on my channel, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
But, so yeah, he's just setting up his chair, just come in to join us and just finished his tea. That's where Ollie's going to sit, and then I'm going to sit there. And then Dan's just got his little perchy chair just there.
Oh, we chair out.
This is what I mean about the straight lines. Just look how much neater that looks. Show you outside in a minute, all the little accessories that I were on about. But let's have a look at Ollie's tea. Just while I'm finishing off Ollie's tea, I'll just bring this back. So you see the light indicators on there, so the green's telling me that we're in a safe environment. Obviously yellow would be a bit more dangerous, and then red would be dangerous. It's telling me that there's 19 degrees inside here and literally no particles of carbon in the air. This could save your life. I think just another minute and then that's all cooked through nicely for him. Right, I think that should do him. Let's get this served up for him. As I said, I'm not that hungry just yet, so I'll not bother with mine. So believe it or not, I'm not in a hammock tonight. I'm on the floor, kind of. I've got a camp bed, and then I've got a new air mattress to show you, so stick around to watch for that later on. And a new quilt that I picked up from AliExpress. Ollie's got a camp bed and a sleeping bag, but he's not quite decided whether he's going to stay or not. Luckily, 2 acres isn't that too far from my house, so we'll see whether he stays or not. But he's just sat enjoying his tea a minute, aren't you, mate? Just a... so yeah, stick around to see what gear I'm using when I go to sleep later on. So as I said, just come and show you the tent. Now, you can't actually tell inside the tent that it's this windy. You see all these little orange accessories everywhere. We've got these pole protectors, the poles, and obviously these then pole bases that screw in and just hold them in place, and then you just peg them out. I've got them on every sort of pole point all the way around, and I'm actually a lot happier with how it's set up this time. Even on this side we've got a bit of an angled pole on this side because the ground that we're on here is just a little bit slopey, but loads better, loads roomier, and as I said, the lines are sort of straight and helping. So while I'm outside, I'll go have a look at Dan's. And this is Dan's hot tent. It's using the benefit of mine at the moment. There's no point in having two going, is there? It's from Dandelion Shell. Looks absolutely mint as a one-person hot tent. Probably even two. Yeah, do like that tent. Well, our Ollie's decided that he was going home. I don't know if he were just bored because he's got none of his siblings here or what it was, but he's decided he's gone home. So just me and Dan left now, and I am getting a little bit peckish, so I'm probably going to start cooking my tea now. Right, well, Dan's just gone to do some more food, so I'm going to do my own food as well. So we'll just let that pan warm up. And as you saw earlier, I did season up the chicken with the Texas barbecue seasoning that I picked up. So got that, and then I've got the rest of the packet of rice that Ollie had, and another packet of rice. So I'm not going to go hungry. So let's get on with that. So as I said, my little man's gone home, bless him. I think he was just bored. Didn't have his sisters to play with, didn't have any friends up here with him, so you know, there's only so much adult conversation you can endure as a 7-year-old, isn't there? So obviously if we've got his sisters or something with him next time, he'll stay out. But while Dan's going to cook, I'm going to cook, and then I'll show you some of my setup. I've just brought some of it down from the car there. New pillow, new quilt, camp bed, and then a new air mat, which I'm actually quite looking forward to sleeping on. Got a nice little cool feature. Anyway, oil's going. Just adding a bit of seasoning in as well for the rice. So I just had a bit of a tidy around, and as you can see, the wind is still giving the tent a bit of a beating. Right on cue. But it's standing up really well, giving it a good test. Testing out the durability of the materials. And yeah, I'm happy. This mesh does a wonderful job of sort of keeping out the majority of the wind. You can feel a bit of a breeze coming through, obviously, but it's not cold with it there. I think I've obviously put it up on the right side as well, so we are on a bit of a slope, so we're facing downhill a little bit. If you can see, I'll try and put the tripod down for you. You can just see there's a bit of an incline from the chair down to the stove, probably 4 or 5 degrees, and we are getting battered by the wind. So Dan's temporarily gone out to his tent, and then there's another bit of a group of people just camping up there. Got a fire going just there, and then just to the left, just here, there is like another hot tent. Just about there, in the distance, there is another OneTigris tent, and that is one of the tents that I want. I've seen that after I got the Rixie black tent, and so that's the one I want. And then there's another little guy, or another little tent just to the left of us. But yeah, wind is picking up here. Just a bit of an update on this. So we've had the stove burning now for a good couple of hours. You can see we're still sort of flashing it in the green. 0 particles in the air, and we're at 26 degrees. Lost a bit. Man down. That looks good, doesn't it? One more minute, just to be sure. So luckily the wind seems to be coming from behind me and sort of coming towards what the camera is now, so you can see that side is really sort of bellowed out. And if I turn you around, you can see that way is bellowed out towards the back of the stove, so luckily I set up the right way. So just while Dan's out, I'll just show you around the tent again, just show you the space in here. So Dan's chair over there, the stove coming round, and then we've got the same on the opposite side, billowed out directly behind me at the minute. I'm sort of sat bang opposite the stove, so I think I'm probably going to put my camp bed up and just sort of slide it down that side for the time being, just so that I don't have to do it later. Well, as you can see, I've finally finished cooking, and it is banging. So I've had a couple of runs up to the car, tidying around some odd bits, collecting some other bits down. So I've not built the bed up, but I put the length poles in the bed down here, and then I've got the leg ones just here ready to clip on. Just sitting and enjoying my tea. I can hear Dan talking in his. Yeah. It's Texas barbecue seasoning. Banging. Right, you don't want to sit and watch me eat all of this, do you? But look at the size of the bowl. And I'll show you what I've got left in a bit. I didn't even come up for air. You'd think I'd lick that clean, wouldn't you? But I haven't. Look. Oh. Stick a spark in me, I am done. Oh. So while I'm uncomfortably full, oh, I'll see you soon. So this is the mat that I've been on about. You can see we've got this angular bit at the head. Can be laid flat or at different angles. So I'm going to inflate that very shortly and let you see it. So I used the Flextail Tiny Pump 3 to blow it up, and you can see it comes in two sections. So just here next to that there's a valve that blows up the main body, and then just up there there's another valve that blows up the adjustment of the raising head end. Looks absolutely comfy as chuff. Right, so Dan's away to bed now. Just done a 2-hour live stream on his channel, so just come back, set me setup up pretty quickly. So I've got the camp bed that I picked up from Temu, raising me up at floor, and then got this Jolmo Lander down insulated quilt. I used that for the first time the other week on scout camp. Absolutely banging. And then this is the climate pillow, and then this is the air mat with the sort of raised head end. It's going to be too high to sleep on that, so I'm just going to let a little bit out of this and then get that straightened out. But that's set up. I'll show you more in the morning. For now, see you in a bit. Right, so it's bedtime now. As you can see, I've doffed off. Really warm in here tonight. Put the last piece of wood in. When that dies down, I'll probably get under the quilt. I've opened the window vents on either side just to let a little bit of airflow through. So hope you've enjoyed the video so far. If you have, go downstairs, give it a big thumbs up. For now, I'll see you in the morning. Forgot to mention earlier, we've absolutely been battered by the wind. At one point I went out to go use the little boys' room, and the side door just lifted up and it created an awning. It knocked the top of the tent off the pole. It was rather chaotic, and still feeling like, well, you can still hear a little bit of it now. Sort of billowing through, but we've been battered, so you can just hear it. If you watched Dan's live, or if you haven't watched Dan's live, go and watch it. You can see in there some of the wind that we've had to encounter tonight. Oh, good morning. My phone says 5 o'clock and I'm not sure whether it's changed or not. So I woke up and in the tent registered 6 degrees on the carbon monoxide detector. So I just had to light the stove again. It's still dark outside, so that's why. Yeah, it's a show. I think the wind is sort of contributing to making it feel really, really cold. So I've got to, I've lit the stove again, as you can probably see just before. I've put all of my clothes back on because I was just down to my boxer shorts. Just put one sort of bit of wood in. Quite a big one though, so that should burn for an hour or two. Right, well, I aren't going to try and get any more sleep. I'm just going to sort of lay here, probably put Audible on and chill. Watch this wind. Well, good morning. Lighting the stove certainly helped. As I said, I just put the one log on. Took the edge off. Oh. Well, I suppose it's time to get out of this pit, innit? As I said, the one log. Took the edge off for 2 hours. And then the sunlight and birds have woke me up. So it looks to be a very bright and sunny morning. We've still lots of wind. No movement outside as yet, as you've just seen. So I'll just chill for a bit. I haven't decided whether I'm going to cook my breakfast or not, or just get home. I said this one's done. I don't want too much movement out there at the moment, business, so just chill. So by getting up for a pee last night, I've been lovely and toasty warm all night. This quilt's really, really good, really, really effective. It's got like straps as well around it to sort of keep it in place. And this mat being sort of slightly angled up at the head end really made a little bit of difference to me. Just having a lazy morning because I can. So I worked yesterday 6-2. I'm back in work tomorrow. It's probably just going to be a chilled morning and then go home and sort all this gear back out. The only downside to camping in it is sorting the gear out afterwards. At least it's not wet for a change. It shouldn't be too bad. I love this tent. Yeah, worst part about camping now is taking everything down. See, this is obviously quite a big mat. hot tent camping, it makes no odds, does it? Take your time, get your gear away. I'll show you around the tent in a bit, because when we were on Dan's live stream last night, I had a couple of questions from people about what I was using on the stove, so I'll obviously get to showing you them. You can see a quilt behind me. I've just brought the big sort of storage bag for it. I didn't bring the stuff sack or compression bag, just brought the big sort of loose fitting bag. Right, see you soon. Look, this is the pillar that I was on about. It's that climate static. What you do with it, or what you can do with it. See how it's got like a push side and then a sort of waterproof side. Hold it up at the push side, check it back into the waterproof side. Like that. And then shove all that back inside. Then you've got a nice pillow stored away and protected from moisture. So I'm going to end this video here, but it'll also be in the future, time travelling at its best. So if you have enjoyed this video, go downstairs, give it a massive thumbs up, comment, let me know what you thought about the gear that I've used today. And if you're not already, please consider subscribing to the channel by pressing this in the middle. For now, I'll see you in the next one.